Without a healthy planet, you can't have thriving societies or prosperous economies. Those are wishful thinking. You need to keep on looking at the basis of life on Earth. And so that's our theory of change. If we talk about the science that helps strengthen life on Earth, we can then talk about quality education, gender equality. All those things are built on a healthy planet that gives us food, that gives us sustainable livelihoods.
At one point, Karura Forest was one of those upcountry areas, but the urban area grew closer and closer to where it is. The topic of today on foresight and future planning is very important, because all those areas where the urban area is a bit far, at some point it's going to have to happen. The decision has to be made whether they remain protected areas or degazetted and people can go in and destroy everything that is there.
And why is this critical? Remember, as a country, we're doing very badly. Our forest cover is below 10%. We're actually at 7%, which is extremely dangerous. And then also remember, as a country, 2/3 of our total land is semi-arid.
I want to tell you a little bit about the Wangari Maathai the world may not know. The Wangari Maathai, the human rights defender, who was able to connect all the threads of human rights, the threads of peace, the threads of environment, the threads of women empowerment, and the threads of governance. That is the Wangari Maathai we represent at the foundation, the totality, the holistic Wangari Maathai.
A city like Nairobi is dependent on a dam, the dam upstream coming all the way from the waters of the Aberdares. But for anybody who's been to the Aberdares, it's a thick forest. And the rivers there and the springs of life emerging out of there. So how do we even protect these spaces and make sure that even as we live in this city, our sources of water are clean and are healthy and are also healing for us as a collective?
What is one assumption we are making about the future of Karura, for example? What if the future generation they like virtual forests and not real forests? Have we ever asked ourselves those questions?
In our discussion with the team from Alliance for Science, what we did a few years ago, we published the status of water towers in the country. And this now gave kind of a scientific perspective on what level of degradation exists outside the public forests and what we need to do as a community in terms of trying to reverse that degradation and restore our water towers to what they used to be. It's about us working collectively and seeing what we can do and taking responsibility for the actions, because if you cut a tree or if you encroach an area that you know is a water catchment, then you are destroying the environment.